Good evening, everybody, from the Big Moon Arcade. We are continuing right along here with the closer look. And we're tonight at Super Pac-Man. I love me some Super Pac-Man. I love me Pac-Man in general, but Super Pac-Man, I've got a lot to say about this cabinet. Let me just start off. I found this on Craigslist. This was in Madison, Alabama. And it was in a guy's garage. And he wanted about 300 bucks for it, memory serving me, right? And it was actually it had been converted to a junior Pac-Man. And that did not work. So it was pretty rough. But, and in fact, I went and looked at it, and I just decided that, it was just too big of a project, and I just didn't really want to do it for $300. And the guy said, hey, don't, I really need to get rid of it. Do you want to make me an offer? And I'm like, man, $300 is not out of the way at all. It's just like, just for me right now, that's just not really what I want to do. He goes, well, if you want to make me an offer, it's okay. I said, man, I don't want to offend you or nothing. He goes, don't worry about it. So I offered him $200 cash for it, and he said, I'll take it. So I bought it, took it home. And if you look real close, you can kind of see where like the sticker there was, because that had the Junior Pac-Man sticker. So I took all that off, had to repaint a bunch of the art. And you can kind of tell, especially in the arcade lighting, what's been repainted there. Yellow is very hard to match. Without the arcade lighting, you really can't tell. But anyway, of course, the marquee's got a little battle damage on it. But this is a Survivor, people. It really is. The control panel overlay was actually one that he had, and it was a new old stock. But it's pretty tired. It's kind of cracked here a little bit. So I mean, it looks like a pretty original game, but you know what? It looks good. It looks good, people. Now it's got an Electrohome G07 in it. That is an original monitor, and I did rebuild it, and it does actually work pretty nice, and it has a pretty darn good picture on it too. Of course, it had a Junior Pac-Man bezel on it. And I had to I found a Super Pac-Man bezel, which was a little bit rough, and you can see the touch-up. And again, the arcade lighting really sets it off. Turns everything that fluorescent color where the touch-up is. And I paid like $70 or $75 for it's an original Super Pac-Man bezel. And there it is. So, just an awesome game. It came out later, in like 82-ish is when this thing came out. It never really got the credit that it deserved. It really is an awesome Pac-Man game. That is my high score on there, 315,000. It's okay, I'm not the world's greatest at it, but I'm all right at it. And it does retain high scores. It's got actually a conversion, like a chip from Slava Madrid down in Lilburn, Georgia is where he lives. He has that, and actually he's the one I got the board from as well. He sold me the board. I think he sold me the board for $100. It's a really good deal, and put it in here, and works like a champ. So there it is. Just an awesome game. Glad to have it. I love to play it, and it's just cool. It's a great addition, especially if you're a fan of the Pac-Man, which obviously everybody knows I am. Yeah, we got some Pac-Mans around here. And of course, there's the Junior. So yeah, there it is, people. Appreciate it, and I'll just leave it at that. Awesome Pac-Man game right there. And one other thing I should mention, if you notice, it says license from Namco here. That's just kind of funny because, a lot of the other ones, like, you won't see license from Namco on them anywhere. And Namco got really, really ticked off about that. And it caused all kinds of hate and discontent back in the 80s, But you know, Namco was the creator of Pac-Man. Well, you know, it kind of didn't always go between Midway, you know, the American side, and Namco, the Japanese side. That relationship wasn't always stellar. But this is one that they co-opted together. But, you know, when you look at some other Pac-Man, you know, marquees, they don't say Namco on them anywhere because they were doing it without their consent. Almost started World War III there. So anyway, there it is. Super Pac-Man, super awesome. And I love it. So wherever you guys are and whoever you are, have a wonderful evening. And we will see you back at the Big Moon on the next video, where we're going to talk about, oh, people, Galaga 3, a.k.a. Gapless. I'm going to go over that with you. That's coming. Awesome. Out of control awesome. But we'll go over that here in the next few days. So you guys have a great evening.